Now we will learn how to multiply and divide fractions. So let's first talk about multiplying fractions. So whenever we are multiplying two fractions like a over b times by c over d, we multiply numerator with numerator, that is a times c, and denominator with denominator, that is b times d. And then we simplify it as much as we can. So we may be given a dot sign in the middle, as we already discussed. We may be given no sign in the middle because multiplication, no sign means the multiplication, and the operation is always outside the bracket in the middle of two fractions. So here, if there is no sign, that means it is a multiplication. So it is AC over BD. Okay, let's do one example. 7 over 5 times by 40 over 8. Let's multiply these two fractions. So we will multiply numerator with numerator, that is 280, and write that in the numerator, and we will multiply denominator with denominator and write that in the denominator. And now the next step is we have to simplify this fraction. So you see that both numbers end with 0. So 10 is a common multiple of both. Or in other words, we can cancel 1 0 with 1 0 in the numerator and denominator. It's the same thing that 10 is a common multiple of both the numerator and denominator, and we'd cancel out the 10. So we get 28 over 4. Now, should we stop here? Just ask yourself, anything common between the numerator and denominator? Yes, 4 is common, so we can write 28 as 7 times 4, and 4 can be written as 4 times 1. You see that there is a one factor common, 4, between both the numerator and denominator. We cancel them out and we are left with 7 over 1. Now there is nothing common between 7 and 1, so we will stop here and see this is our final answer, or you can say our final answer is 7 because 7 divided by 1 is 7. So the multiplication of these two fractions, so 7 over 5 times by 40 over 8, that is just equal to 7. We multiply these two fractions and simplify them. So let's do one more example. So sometimes we encounter the fractions like this. It's a 2 over 10 times by 5. Okay, so there is one fraction and one whole number, and there is no sign outside the bracket in the middle of these two expressions. So there is no sign and no sign here in this area. So that sign is the operation. What is the operation between these two numbers? One number is a fraction, one number is a whole number. So no sign means multiplication. So we are multiplying these two numbers. So 5. So whenever you see one fraction in your expression, try to make all the whole numbers a fraction. So can I just divide this by 1 and it also becomes a fraction? And now you know that if you have a fraction multiplied by fraction, we multiply the numerators by numerators and denominators with the denominators. And after that, we simplify this expression. You see that 10 over 10, we can cancel them and just write 1. Same factor we can cancel from both the numerator and denominator, and we are left with 1. So 1 is the answer. So here, what is the point to note? That if we have a fraction multiplied by a whole number, we multiply the whole number just with the numerator only. It doesn't have to do anything with the denominator. We don't multiply this with the denominator. That is wrong. In general, we can say that if you have a over b times by c, so c is only multiplied to the numerator. This is ac over b. So remember that. Same thing if you have a times b over c, something like this. So a is a whole number and b is a fraction. This whole number will only multiply to the numerator, not with the denominator. The answer will be ab over c. So why not the denominator? Because we can write this as a fraction and only one will be multiplied with the c. So c times 1 is c. So that is the reason. Let's do one practice question here where we will practice this thing. So what is 3 times 7 over 5? So please pause here and try to figure out the solution and write down your solution in the simplest form. Okay, so you see that 3 is a whole number, this is a fraction. If you want, you can make 3 also a fraction. Otherwise, you know that we will just multiply this 3 by 7. We get 21 and 5 is as it is. Now, before you stop, just ask yourself, is there anything common factor between 21 and 5? No. If not, then just stop here and say this is our final answer. So this is all about the multiplication. Let's talk about dividing fractions. So whenever you are dividing two fractions like a over b, divide by c over d. So our very first step is change the division sign to multiplication. And if you're changing division to multiplication, we have to do something else too, so that our answer is correct. Otherwise it is multiplication, right? So what is the other thing that we have to do when we change the division sign to multiplication? We have to flip the fraction that comes right after the division sign. Flip the fraction that comes after the division sign. So what is that fraction? C over D. C over D will become D over C. We flip that. We change the division to multiplication and flip the fraction that comes right after the division sign, not before. That's very important. Now it is a multiplication problem. Multiplication of two fractions. We know that we will multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So this is the solution. So let's try one question where we will practice the division of two fractions. 9 over 5 divided by 27 over 10. So let's try to answer this question and write your final answer in the simplest form. So everyone, please change the division sign to multiplication. So we get 9 over 5 times, and if you change the division to multiplication, you have to flip the fraction that comes right after this division sign. So it becomes 10 over 27. And for multiplication, we know that we will multiply numerators with numerators and denominators with denominators. If you don't want to multiply, it's like 5 times 27, I don't know. So but I can just write here 9 times 10 in the numerator and 5 times 27, and I can multiply in the next step. So there is another reason why I write this like that, because I see that before we do the multiplication, after multiplying we get a big number, we can do the simplification here. Before we do the multiplication, we write 5 times 27, and we see that 5 and 10 both has one factor common, 5, right? So can I write this as 9 as it is? 10 can be written as 5 times 2. Let me use the cross. And denominator is 5 as it is, and 27. And now I can cancel out the same factor 5 from both the numerator and denominator. So what we are left with? We are left with 9 times 2 in the numerator and 27 in the denominator. Now I see that 9 and 27 also has 9 common between them. So why not I cancel that before I do the multiplication? 27 can be written as 9 times 3. So we see that 9 is a common factor. We cancel these two 9s and we are left with 2 over 3. So now, is there anything common between 2 and 3? No. So we will stop here and say this is our final answer. So what we get in this question, we get 9 over 5 divided by 27 over 10 is equal to 2 over 3, and this answer is in the simplest form. So for the division, make sure you change the division to multiplication in the very first step and flip the fraction that comes right after the division sign. And then it is a multiplication problem. Multiply numerators with numerators, denominators with denominators, simplify your final solution. So this is all about the multiplication and division of fractions. And here I want to discuss complex fraction a little bit. Complex fractions. So sometimes we encounter a fraction divided by a fraction, a complex fraction. So whenever you see a fraction divided by a fraction, how to simplify that? So the trick here is we multiply first and last and write that in the numerator, e times d, and we multiply middle too and write that in the denominator, and we write just as a one fraction. For example, if you are, it is, let's do one example. It is 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 7. We have to simplify this fraction. We know that we will multiply numerators with numerators, 2 times 7, and write first term and last term and write that in the numerator, and middle two terms and write that in the denominator. And now we have to write our answer in the simple form, and we see that 2 and 4 has 2 common in between. So I can write 4 as 2 times 2. I write my 4 as 2 times 2 because I want to cancel this one copy of 2 from both the numerator and denominator. And we are left with 7 over 2 times 3 times 2 is 6. Now, is there anything common between 7 and 6? No, and we will stop here and we will say this is the simplest form of the given complex fractions. And sometimes we have something like this: 5 over 3 divided by 7. So this is a fraction divided by a whole number. So how to simplify that? So always remember, if you have a whole number and there is one fraction and whole numbers, mixture of these two numbers in a problem, try to make all the whole numbers as a fractions. So what is the what is the way to do that? Just divide 7 by 1, it becomes a fraction. Now this is also a fraction. So we have a fraction over fraction. So how to simplify this? We multiply first and last, write that in the numerator. 5 times 1 is 5. Multiply middle 2, write that in the denominator. And at the very end, just try to see if there is a common factor. If yes, then factor that out and cancel them. Otherwise, stop here and say this is your final answer. Now try to work on this question. 3 divided by 5 over 7. Just pause the video and try to see if you can simplify this fraction. Okay, so we have a whole number and a fraction in the denominator. So as we know, we will make the whole number a fraction. We will write 3 as 3 over 1. That becomes a fraction. Okay, and we have 5 over 7. Now we have a fraction over a fraction. We will multiply first and last. 7 times 3 in the numerator. We multiply the middle 2 and write that in the denominator. And we get this answer. And there is nothing common between 21 and 5. We will stop here and say this is our final solution. Thank you so much.